Hello everybody, I've got a brand new series for you, a series of lockdown conversations. I've got various topics lined up with interesting guests to introduce to you. I've planned this series now that we all know what life in a lockdown is going to be like. And I've noticed there's lots of people doing their bit. They're doing it really well as we go into it this time all over again. So I've seen the schools have got lockdown education all sorted. They're setting work according to the kids' usual timetable and it's great for them. They've got a proper structure to their day. Joe Wicks is doing his thing again, isn't he? Helping us every day again to exercise, and Bob Ross videos are helping us have a go at relaxing at art. So I've realised that people are doing their bit by taking what they know and putting it out there for us. And I thought, I could do that, I'll do the same. I'm going to stick with what I know and I'm going to put it out there for you like other people are doing. Now, I thought about it and I can imagine my kids protesting, going, what? Not more maths and physics. Now, those are my areas, but that's surely not what we need right now. But like maths, I'm thinking of something real, but that you can't see it, not tangible. I'm on the church YouTube channel, so you're probably not surprised to hear it's going to be about the spiritual side of life. And if I can, I want this to be interactive. If I can switch to live stream, then I'll do that. But our broadband has been really unreliable and the kids need it all the time for lessons, so we'll see how that goes. For now though, if you want to leave a comment down below, then you can join the conversation with me, because this is what I want to do. I want to have conversations with you about the spiritual side to life. So this is the first week and I'm just trying things out. It's just me this time and I'm going to talk about really living life. Then after this week I've got guests lining up and I think you're going to enjoy that a lot. So this last week a friend and I had a conversation over text and we commented we have this sense of living life but not quite, kind of nearly living it, kind of on the verge, if you see what I mean, not quite able to grasp it. And we knew exactly what each other meant. And added to that, there's this sense of time and opportunities slipping past. Let me know in the comments if you ever feel like that too. I bet I'm not the only one. And we were saying, well, some days it feels like we're working really hard at life. We're trying to crowbar it into smoothness. We're setting up a new routine for lockdown 3. We're scheduling, filling in the time. We're really labouring at doing life well. And some days there's the satisfaction that things went right. And some days we sense, oh, there must be more to life than this. And we labour on one day, 1 week at a time. And other days we kind of recognise that we feel down, things are outside our control and we just feel weary of it all, like laden with the heaviness of all the burdens. And life in lockdown's like that, isn't it? Is it like that for you? Kind of labouring on, but sometimes feeling the heaviness of all of it. Feeling like we've nearly, but not quite, got a handle on life. So that's what my friend and I were texting each other about. Tell me what you're thinking about and we'll just see where the conversations go. I hope it's going to be good for our souls. So this is the first of a series of lockdown conversations and I'm talking about life in lockdown, times of labouring, sometimes really nailing it and sometimes feeling laid down. And here comes the heart of what I wanted to tell you this week. This is what I can offer you. Not Joe Wicks, can't help you with exercise, but this is what I can do. I can tell you about Jesus' heart for you, both when you're labouring, but also when you're feeling weary and heavy burdened with everything. And this is unique, it's very precious. It's the single bit of speech recorded where Jesus tells people about what his heart is for them. Now our heart, what's in it, that's what we want most of all, isn't it? It's what steers us when we're dreaming of future plans. It's really the centre of who we are in our hearts. I hope you've got a friend in life who listens to what's in your heart. And in one place in the Bible, Jesus tells us what's in his heart. And he says this, "Come to me, all who labour and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and lowly in heart. And you will find rest for your souls, for my yoke is easy and my burden is light." Did you notice whose Jesus' heart is for? For those who labour and for those who are heavy laden. Exactly what we've been talking about in this conversation. When we're labouring to make life smooth, or when we're down, feeling heavy laden with the weight of everything, that is exactly who Jesus invites to come to him, those who labour and are heavy laden. And as he says, he will give them rest. He'll give them rest, a gift, not a contract, not on negotiated terms, just a gift. That's who Jesus has a heart for. But what about what's in his heart? Right there in the middle of what he said, he says, I am gentle and lowly in heart. Who on earth would have expected that? To hear that Jesus is humble and he's gentle. It's not trigger happy. It means he's accessible. He's not haughty. He hangs out with the socially unimpressive people, like the ones who are so far from being popular that other people actually cringe a little bit inside when they join in with the group. That's who Jesus hangs out with. Now, never mind everything else that's true about him, that he's eternal, he's dazzling, God come to earth, awesome in power. He is approachable. Now, we have instincts, don't we, about how the world works. We think the wealthier a person, the more we expect them to look down, like separated, distanced from the poor. The more beautiful we perceive a person and their clothes and their circle to be, the more we expect they're going to avoid the boring and the ugly. And we can quietly assume that Jesus, so high and exalted, might have the same difficulty drawing near to the likes of you and me, as if he would come close but kind of hold his nose, not get too close to us. I mean, after all, he's described poetically as having eyes like flames of fire, a voice like roaring waters, a face like the sun shining in full strength, his glory outstripping the sun itself, so unspeakably brilliant that words struggle to capture how magnificent he is, and yet his deepest heart, more than anything else, is gentle and lowly. It means that he's tender, he's opening, he's welcoming, understanding, accommodating, willing. Jesus is gentle and lowly in heart, and he's accessible for those who labour and are heavy laden. Now, I know this might leave you with questions like, what about the harsher side of Jesus? And maybe we can talk about that another time, if you like, in another lockdown conversation. You see, there's many sides to you and to me, but there's also our fundamental hearts. And it's the same with Jesus. There's more to who he is, but his fundamental heart is that he is gentle and lowly. So if we're labouring or we're laid down, he offers rest for those of us who are willing to approach him. I really hope that lots of you would like to join in these conversations that I'm going to hold through lockdown. Please will you leave a comment below. I'm going to read all of your comments. I think there's going to be plenty more to talk about. This was just kind of an introduction. So please do chip in with a thought or a comment. Tell me what you've noticed. I'd love to hear from you. That would make my day. It'd be really fun. We can kind of hang out together. We can have a go at thinking about what questions people have, about what's going on, what life is all about. I really think this could be fun, it could be thought-provoking, and I hope it's going to bring light to our souls as well. It's over to you. Have a really great week, and if you do mull over those words about what Jesus said about his heart being gentle and lowly, would you come back maybe and leave a comment below? So, thanks very much for listening, and please subscribe so you get notified when there's new releases of Lockdown Conversations. The following episodes are all going to have invited guests, and you are invited too to join in by leaving a comment. Bye for now.